Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fire Talk with Chief Mark McCluskey. I'm your host, Public Safety Information Director Larry Flowers. We will be discussing the calls for service for the month of June, as well as our training opportunity and our community service. Chief, really appreciate you joining us today.
Yes, glad to be here again.
Let's kick it off with our calls for service, about average again this month.
Yeah, about average, just a little bit over 1,900 for the month total calls. Had 1,186 EMS calls, 699 fire rescue incidents, and had about 19 working fires during last month.
Sure, 19 working fires, that's definitely up from last month.
Yes, it is. Yeah, a lot of small fires, but we had some bigger ones too.
And we'll kick one off on June 2nd, fire over at Thornton's on Medical Center Park.
Yeah, it was a vehicle on fire right there at Thornton's at the gas pumps there. Pretty much fully involved. I think when our guys got there and they contained it to the car and put it out, no one was hurt, no damage to the building or anything like that.
And when you have a car fire that close to gas pumps, what's the fear?
Well, if you notice, all gas stations have emergency shut off, but if you hit that shuts all the gas off to the pumps. The public can be aware of that if they were to see a car fire. It's easy to reset after the fire's out. And that's one of the things you fear. It's not really the gas itself, it's the fumes coming out of the gas, that you got to really fear.
Sure. And then on June 5th, garage fire over on Liberty Drive?
Yeah, this was a garage fire reported. Got there and it was on fire, attached to the house. They got everybody out of the house, I believe, and went in and did just a primary search to make sure everyone was out of the house, but nobody was reported injured, and of course put the fire out just in the garage area.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. The fire crews, they work really fast and prevented it from spreading to the actual house.
Exactly. That's one thing that's a great benefit of us with our response time. The fire don't have as much time to grow, because that fire obviously in a few more moments would have been into the house and damaged it too. So.
Right. And then on June 9th, a lightning strike on Mansion Crossing Drive.
Yes, lightning strike. Any kind of time we have a thunderstorm and have the lightning like this, houses get hit. It's usually ends up like this, where it hits the house, chars some wood up in the attic or something like that. Of course, on this scene here, the firefighters got there, checked it out, went up in the attic, saw some rafters that had been charred a little bit, no fire, made sure and everything. But lightning, when it strikes the house, it's kind of funny. It seems like it's just a little bit of damage like this, or a lot of times the whole top of the house is on fire, because it's such an open area. If it sustains combustion, it gets to spreading real quick and does a lot of damage.
And no injuries were reported.
No, none at that one either.
That's great. Dump truck fire at a construction site on New Salem. I mean, people online were going crazy. Hey, I hear an explosion. I hear an explosion.
Yes. The explosions sometimes on dump trucks like that, they have so many tires and they have a lot of pressure in them to start with. So once that rubber gives away, it does blow up, the tire blow up. But this truck here was fully involved. You gotta look. It was in a construction area. There's no damage to anything around it. But when the dump truck catches on fire, it's got all the fuel with it, all those tires right there in close proximity, and plus all the hydraulic oil that a dump truck carries on it too. So puts off a lot of black smoke, and those tires exploding sometimes will sound like something blowing up.
Sure. Engine 9, Engine 10 got there. They put it out. No injuries reported.
No injuries.
That's great.
Yeah, good deal.
And then fire at Regal Inn on South Church Street. That one had to evacuate some of the guests.
Yes, I believe it was one of the units caught on fire and spread to another unit a little bit. It was two units actually was damaged. They had to be evacuated and couldn't stay there, but also a lot of other occupants in the hotel that had the possibility to spread into those rooms, had to evacuate all of them.
Right. When you get those type of calls and there are multiple people in multiple rooms, first thing firefighters do is they're going to go knocking door to door.
Yeah, well, on that
one of the things.
Yeah, one of the
things.
Any kind of high occupancy like that, a hotel, school, anywhere where you got a lot of people, we send more equipment to that. And once they arrive on the scene, the battalion chief or whoever is in command of that scene will start assigning people to certain crews. fire attack and search and rescue being the first things.
Right,
Then we
right.
start working away from the fire, the most dangerous to the less dangerous, getting
Right.
them out of the building.
Right. And that fire started in a room that was under renovation.
Yes, I believe that. Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah.
So,
So MFRD also responded to a plane that went down over off Clark. Man, when you hear plane down, you send everybody.
yeah, well, you never know what to expect. You know, here mainly we expect small planes.
Right.
And getting the equipment there and the manpower to usually handle this, because the situations that they can be in, it takes a lot of people to do this. This plane here was coming out of Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, had 3 passengers on it, planning to land at Murfreesboro, but I'm not sure what happened. That information hadn't been given out yet, but landed in a little tree line in behind some apartments off of Clark Boulevard.
Right.
And to give an example on this plane here, even though it did land in the tree line, the plane was still suspended in the air. Nothing was touching the ground. It was hung in the trees. So we had 3 passengers on the plane, the pilot and 2 passengers actually. All 3 had minor injuries. They had already gotten out of the plane, so we treated them on scene.
Right.
Then they were later transported to the emergency room.
And they were released a
Yes.
couple of days later. I think some released that same day.
Yeah, very
and
lucky.
they were on their way. The good thing about it is that pilot, had the forethought to try to land in an open field, but never
Yes.
made it because, you got busy Clark Boulevard,
Mm-hmm.
you got that apartment complex, you got office buildings right next door, and for him to want to try to get to that open field, but just didn't make it.
Yeah, he didn't make it to the open field, but he did landed in that tree line, which probably maybe 50 yards wide. That tree line landed in it, and I'm sure that softened the landing, in those trees.
Right, and MFRD crews immediately got on scene and started assessing those 3 passengers.
Yes.
and-
Well, then with that, aviation fuel is one factor, and just you gotta watch it. Planes are a lot more likely to catch fire than a vehicle crash. Let's put it that way.
Sure, and it was a mess back on June 6th on Northwest Broad Street, right there in
Yes.
Medical Center Parkway. A motor vehicle accident, power lines down. Gosh, that was a
Yeah,
big one.
it was. If I'm not mistaken, it was a small wreck. Then it caused another wreck. That wreck hit a pole, brought the lines down. Of course, one of the slowest intersections in town.
It's slow.
But it blocked Broad Street off there at Medical Center. Middle Tennessee Electric had to come in and get the pole up, reset a new pole. So that was down for a little while. I think all 3 lanes inbound were closed for a long while, then got it down to 1 lane closed, and finally got it wrapped up.
Yeah. And then a roof rescue training, where we did some aerial training.
Yes.
Back, Station 11?
Station
A
11,
shift, I
yeah.
believe.
That was one of those classes that was put on in-house. Our guys like to go out and keep their skills up. You never know when what skill you're going to need, so they like to stay on top of them. Some good training that our guys put together for themselves.
Wow. And let's see, also, we held the first citizens CPA. CPR. I said
CPR.
CPA.
Yeah.
CPR class.
Yes, we did. We held it at the Murfreesboro Airport. They were nice enough to let us use their classroom out there. Had a few participants to come out, just citizens, and it went real good. And we plan to continue to do this.
Right. Yeah, I stopped by that morning and to check it out, and it was, a really good class. I
Yes.
learned a lot, so it was a great class.
And one of our medical training coordinators, Julia Pitts, she's passionate about this, and she's going to head it up and continue to do it.
Right. Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And on a lighter note, a baby deer. We got a call about a baby deer out near the Stones River
Yes.
battlefield, and someone heard cries coming from a storm drain.
That's it kind of goes back to, like you said, we're no longer the fire department. We're all resource department
There you
now.
go.
Anything from a baby deer to a fire, plane crash, whatever. But we get the calls. There was a deer down in the drain. Somebody heard it crying. And what's kind of ironic about that is Matt Welcome, the one bringing the deer out. He's one of our biggest deer hunters into the department. I thought, well, he's going to save this deer. Maybe he can see him later, maybe. So that was kind of a joke going around the department, that Matt come out with him. So, yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah, and that was one of our highest views online. 48,873 people
on the
viewed
deer?
viewed that post. So
Yeah, well, that's good.
and then a kitten rescue as well.
Yeah.
Also in a
drain,
flooded
in a
storm
flooded
drain.
drain. Yeah. Some of our Swiftwater guys went down with that one, put on the gear and went down because the water was up in the drain, but found the kitten. And actually, the one that rescued it just decided to adopt it and took it home with
okay.
itself because it didn't, wasn't no mother or any other kittens
Okay.
around. So
Okay,
He
so he
found
has
him
a new pet, huh?
yeah, a new family member.
And then our fire marshal's office, a couple of our fire inspectors participated in Juneteenth, that big celebration held at Bradley Academy.
Exactly. Yeah, that's one of the events of many they go to, like to get out and put ourselves out in public, promote fire safety and hand out certain things to people in the public about fire safety.
Yeah. And then Station 3, C Shift, they went to Special Kids Nursing Center and spread some smiles on those kids'
Yes,
faces over there, didn't they?
I heard a lot of positive feedback on this. It was, the special kids nursery center. The kids love to see them, love the fire truck, the interaction with them, and I'm glad we can do stuff like that, PR events, and make the kids' days like that. So it's great.
And a lot of people don't think about it because I didn't think about it. MTSU, the big football stadium. Your inspectors have to go out and inspect certain facilities
That is
around
correct.
there.
With that being a state facility, the state also has fire inspectors
Okay.
too, and we work together with them. There's some things we do on our own, there's some things they do on their own, but this is one of the new constructions that we helped out with and did some inspecting.
Paul and Greg got a chance to take photos with the coach, the old Vanderbilt coach that's now at MTSU.
Exactly.
Derek
Yeah.
Mason.
I've met him myself. Super nice guy. He expects a lot out of his players. Just super high energy guy.
Right.
And they enjoyed meeting him.
Yeah. So that's great. Looking forward to this upcoming football season.
Yes.
And hate to shift from laughing to a sad moment, but a former MFRD firefighter retired.
Yes. Joe
Finley passed away.
He did. Joe, he had 40 years with our department.
40.
I remember it, me and Joe go way back. Of course, most people know I was raised across the street from Station 3, and I knew Joe back when I was a kid.
Okay.
And then getting a job at the fire department, then eventually getting to work with Joe, be stationed with him and stuff. Me and Joe were good friends, and he'd been retired, I think, right at 25 years, and he'd had diabetes most of his life.
Okay.
I think it pretty well just caught up with him, and we hate to lose Joe. He was a good employee for many years, and so many good things to say about Joe. Very caring person. We hate to see him pass.
Right. We definitely send our condolences to his family.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, this past month also, our crews, our team with Engine 5 went up to Tunnel of Towers of Middle Tennessee. It's a 5K run or walk. It's a fundraiser for Tunnel of Towers. We like to support this group. One reason is when we had our Captain Bricker pass away, considered line of duty, this organization come in and just paid off their mortgage to help the wife out. They do that for first responders and military people. So special thanks to them. Glad that we can help out with that fundraiser for them.
Definitely.
Yeah, and also, I don't know, the Murfreesboro Post, this is an interesting story. Mike and Carson Igney.
Yeah.
Yes, they, father and son, and they did a story on them. Mike worked for the IT department, his son Carson come to work, and they was over at PD together, and as their careers went on, they split up. Mike come to Murfreesboro Fire, Carson stayed at MPD, and they both have the same jobs now. And it's pretty cool. It was a father and son story in the Murfreesboro Post, so
yeah.
it's a good article if you want to look back and read.
Yeah, I've read it. It's a great article.
But both of them in the IT, they keep our stuff up and running, and it's a 24/7 job.
Yeah,
You
it
never
definitely
know when
is.
the computers are going down or something like that, and they're always good to be there.
Right. And I have to say, our most viewed post on social media, hats off to Assistant PIO Dana J. Smith. She jumped on the Ed the Zebra bandwagon, and she made several posts during the time Ed was on the loose, and 95,000 views on that one, on those posts.
Oh, Ed got pretty popular there for a while. I saw him on the world news and everything else.
Right, right.
But yeah, that was pretty interesting moments. Actually, myself, I thought it'd be kind of funny. I bought me a zebra cutout that stands up, a cardboard one. I ordered it one night, and the next day they caught him. So
Oh man, you could have brought
I couldn't
Ed.
put Ed out. So he's
see,
in my office right now.
Look, we should have brought Ed. Maybe our views would go up even more.
What's kind of ironic too, I just got back from a trip from Mexico, and there was zebras everywhere.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's from Ed or just that was the animal of the month that they
Wow.
were trying to sell, but it was all kind of figurine stuffed animals.
Okay,
Everything
okay.
was all zebras. So
Yeah, that's funny. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Fire Talk with Chief Mark McCluskey. We do hope that you find our conversation both enlightening as well as informative. You can also catch more engaging conversation right here on City TV, as well as the City of Murfreesboro Government YouTube channel. You can also catch Fire Talk on the Murfreesboro as well as MFRD, I should say, social media platforms. I'm Larry Flowers, and on behalf of Chief Mark McCluskey, fresh from Mexico with a nice tan, we'll see you next time on Fire Talk. Have a great day.
thank you.